Hi, I'm Takocos. This is my Pikachu, Jean-Luc Pikachu, and we are back with more Pokemon Yellow. We're going to go have some adventures on the high seas in the SSN. Try to level up a little bit. Try to get the HM move cut, the hidden machine. And we will then tackle Lieutenant Surge. So it's going to be an adventure. Hopefully. I just came off a Netflix binge prior to coming back to this, and I am so disappointed. I feel so lied to. Welcome to the SSN. Excuse me, do you have a ticket? Yes, I do. Great, welcome to the SSN. Have a cup of coffee with me. Gonna be stopping frequently to drink it so that it doesn't get cold. I hate cold coffee. I don't know how people drink iced coffee. Sir, I travel alone on my journeys. My Pokemon are my only friends. Yeah, everyone relates to that. Gentleman wants to fight. Gentleman sent out Growlithe. These old dudes, the gentleman class, reminds me of an episode of Pokemon. I need to rearrange my Pokemon a little bit. Magikarp's my only water Pokemon and it can't do shit. Okay, we're just gonna send Pikachu out, see what happens. Just see what the hell happens. That's a cute Growlithe, though. I like that. God. Paralyze it. Maybe it won't bite me again. I had to drink my coffee before it went cold. Really? I thought that would switch it out. Well, because honestly, none of them are great. Like, nobody I have is going to be real good against a Growlithe. Let's see, God, who should we put in? Let's try Charmeleon. It's also fire, so at least it won't be, like, super weak. Why does Roar do nothing? That's weird. Let's do Dig. Dig is a ground-type move, so that'll probably hurt it pretty bad. But on Netflix, I don't know if you guys have seen, there's a show, and there's all these jokes on the internet. I run a blog, kind of. I occasionally post things on the internet, and they, there's like all these jokes and shit on the internet that made this show. It's called Neo Yokio. And they made it look really funny. There's like memes, and there's this dude, he's got like a big Toblerone, and he's like, I'm gonna take this girl in the hospital, this giant ass candy bar, and he's like, you don't deserve this giant candy bar. And, so I was like, alright, that's probably gonna be funny, I'll watch that. So I watched it, and the first 2 episodes are about this guy, who is very annoying. He's super rich, and it's very difficult to get your audience to identify with a character that is very rich. So when you do that, you have to give them some kind of, something that the audience can latch onto and be like, yeah, we live in 2 different worlds, because at most, your audience is going to be middle class. Like, most people are not going to be straight up that wealthy. My friends, oh my god, I killed his only friends. I killed all he had in the world was his dogs, and I killed them. Oh my god, I'm as bad as the guy I'm talking about. You should be nice to friends. Yeah, dude, I'm a piece of shit. I feel bad. I feel bad about that. Oh my god, let's go back to the Pokemon Center. Let's get away from that guy and not face the consequences of what we've just done, because that was horrible. We just killed an old man's dogs. An old man with no friends. His family doesn't talk to him anymore, I guess. He's traveling on a cruise ship by himself with just his dogs, and then we just came into his room unannounced for no reason and killed his dogs. Oh my god. What the fuck? What's wrong with me? I'm an actual sociopath. Jesus. Oh my god, that makes everything I was gonna say about this guy, like, I am no one to judge. Oh my god, that was awful. I'm an awful person. Let's go ruin some more lives. Oh, Jesus. Well, anyway, this show that lied to me, the trailer made it look like it was a comedy about fighting demons. The guy is the main character. I can't remember his name, but I know that Will Smith's kid, Jaden, does the voice for him. And Jaden Smith is normally just, like, a really funny person in general. Like, if you read his Twitter, he does all these, like, he posts jokes, like, every day, and it's all pretty funny stuff. So I had some pretty high hopes. And I watched this, and the first 2 episodes are pretty good. Waiter, I would like a cherry pie, please. I don't really much care for fruit pies. Let's see. A cruise is so elegant yet cozy. Hey, Jiggles. It's a Wigglypuff! Wigglytuff. I always travel with Wigglytuff. Alright. Hey, are you a waiter? This chick wants some pie. Bonjour! I am the waiter on the ship. I will be happy to serve you anything you please. Ah, the strong silent type. That guy from the Paris that I know of in the other Pokemon game? I collected these Pokemon from all around the world. But anyway, the first couple episodes are about this kid actually slaying demons. As you were led to believe. And, the first 2 are actually pretty funny. They're pretty good. So I got into it and I was like, yeah, this is gonna be alright. And then, after that, it just goes downhill. The whole rest of the show is just about rich people doing rich shit. And bitching about, like, rich people nonsense. Like, fashion and wanting to like go to the Alps, and they're not charging their robot slaves, and just like can't relate. No one could relate to it because it's just rich people bitching about nonsense. Like the vast majority of it is just rich people bitching about nonsense. And also, one of the jokes is not really a joke. Like, there's this girl that looks like Katy Perry, and she's a redneck. She's got a redneck accent, kind of like I do. And the joke is that she's a redneck, but she can sing. That's it. That's the whole joke. It's that she's a professionally trained singer despite being a redneck. Like, they don't know that country music is a thing, I guess. Like, they're not aware of the fact that that's very big in redneck culture. And she's a opera singer. I don't know if you guys know this, but opera is a huge part of redneck culture. We call it Opry rather than opera just because that's how it's pronounced with a redneck accent. But that type of vocal training is extremely common. It's common in country music. It's common in gospel music. And so for them to be acting like it's weird that she's a redneck who is aware of the culture of opera is strange to me. The same instruments are used. Like, if you play a fiddle, you play a violin. Like, it's not a cultural wasteland. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and act like we've got, like, a particularly good culture, but it's not. It's weird that they think that's ridiculous. Oh no, I went around the world for these. Got $270 for winning. And as a redneck person, you hurt my poor worldly Pokemon. I demand that you heal them at a Pokemon Center. I don't care to do that. I mean, if she's gonna give them to me, I'll take them. But yeah, that was real weird. That was just real. Like, I've had vocal training. You probably can't tell. But I did, like, the aria from Phantom and got 3rd place in state. Like, before my voice changed, I used to be a soprano 1. I do all kinds of opera. I did that. Mostly rock opera, just because that's what I'm into, but I also did, a couple Italian things that I can't remember the names of. But, something else that makes that just ridiculous to me. I love Pokemon, do you? Is that gospel music in particular is really, really huge in Appalachia and in the South in general. She has more of a, like, a Georgian type of accent. Youngster wants to fight. Youngster, sit out and enter in. And, like, I'm not saying that I'm good, because like I said, I got beat. I didn't win. But I got beat by other people in the same culture. Like, they weren't outsiders coming in. It's just music is such a huge part. And what I was saying before, she sings primarily in Italian, which I have done. A lot of stuff's in Italian, a lot of stuff is in Latin. And singing in Latin is really, really common because a lot of Jesus-y church songs are in Latin, and if you're going to sing in like a church choir, you're going to be singing in Latin. And they'll do this thing where, to make it more kind of like operatic, you will sing without the consonants. Like in practice, you'll just sing the vowels. Sparks just keeps acting like he wants out. I don't know if he does or not. And it's just really weird that that's it's obviously written by people who don't know any culture outside of the bourgeoisie. Wow, you're great. Because their jokes only make sense if you're xenophobic. Let me be your friend, okay? Then we can trade Pokemon. And it's not that I think that anti-redneck jokes like, oh, listen to this this dumbass hillbilly accent, isn't that funny? I do find those funny. Those can be well written and hilarious. Squidbillies is... I love Squidbillies. I love everything about it. Yeah, that's just my meth lab. But do you know why that's funny? Because that show has an underlying understanding. We are cruising around the world. Oh, I guess she's not gonna fight me. But that show has an underlying understanding of the culture that it's parodying, and I don't think Neo Yokio does. It can't decide whether it wants to be a parody or not. Like, it seems like it... The main character is a whiny little bitch who complains about just the weirdest shit. Like I said, like it's clothes. Bitches about his clothes. With more frequency than one would expect from someone who's supposed to be like a badass demon slayer. Which he only slays demons like twice, so it's not really... It's not the focus of the show. The show don't know what it wants to be. Thank you, your Pokemon are fighting fit. We hope to see you again. And the girl in the hospital, because I'm thinking, okay, maybe they don't get any culture other than the bourgeoisie, but maybe they, you know, they are trying to parody the 1%. Like, this is how detached these people are, that they care more about whether their clothes fit properly and are in season than they do about making sure that their robot slave stays alive, because there's an episode where it's trying to, like, charge itself. And, my dog is being really, really weird. What are you doing, Sparks? You alright? What are you doing? What's she doing? What's she doing, Sparks? But there's this episode where this... I'm just gonna let him go. He has an ear infection. I gave him some ear infection medicine. And, shh, I'm a global police agent. I'm on the trail of Team Rocket. And I was hoping that it would kind of knock him out a little bit. The vet said to give him, like, on top of that, he's got to take antibiotics. And the vet told me, on top of that, I'm so busy, I'm getting dizzy. To give him, this pain medicine. I think it's like baby aspirin or something. I'm not sure what it is. Some kind of dog pain medicine. I saw an odd ball in the trash. And I was thinking maybe it would make him sleepy, but it's not. He's just walking around like he's real concerned with everything. You, mon petit, we're busy here. Out of the way. The guy's the chef from The Little Mermaid. Nope, there's only trash here. How about you? Humdy humdy ho! I peel spuds every day. Well, I'm glad that you're happy. Only trash there. Did you hear about Snorlax? All it does is eat and sleep. That's my, Yeah, I identify with Snorlax quite a lot. Found a great ball. Why would someone just throw that away? Is that you? Snivvel sniff. I only get to peel onions. Snivel. That's awful. Are y'all even serving over here? Like, what is that? It looks like goop. But yeah, my take on that show that I just watched, I kept watching it because I was like, this will get better. And it just never did. This ship, she is a luxury liner for trainers. At every port, we hold parties with invited trainers. I didn't see a party. Yeah, the trailer just lied, straight up lied to me about it. In all my travels, I've never seen any Pokemon sleep like this one. It was something like this. Snorlax! I do like Snorlaxes. Snorlaxes are awesome. But I like the Poke-Flute more because you stop getting it in games and then you gotta start using Awakenings again. Check out what I fished up. Is it a Magikarp? Because mine's probably better. Fisherman wants to fight. Fisherman sent out Goldeen. Oh, no, yours is better. But not for long, sir. I'm just gonna fry that. But yeah, bullet point is the internet memes lied to me. I should not have believed them. It missed! There was no reason for it to miss. I do most of my TV watching, like, on streaming services, rather than on, like, the actual TV. I've never been a fan of TV. Like, even when there wasn't an alternative, I never really liked TV. Enemy Goldeen fainted. I just tend to, I think I mentioned before that I don't like just watching stuff for the sake of watching stuff, so I'm sure as hell not gonna, like, put aside a certain time to do that. Even when I was little, I think I said, everybody was obsessed with Pokemon, rather than trying to watch that on TV, because there was literally no way to do that. By the time you got home from school, it was structured in such a way. There were 2 episodes on Kids WB that came on back to back. You couldn't get home fast enough to watch the first one. It was impossible. There was no way to do it. The first one came on at like 3:30 and the next one came on at 4 or something. I don't remember what it was, because I think I got home around 4:30. But whatever it was, you couldn't watch the first one. So if you were trying to watch them in order, and I was, really the best way to do that was you could get these VHS cassette tapes that have like 3 episodes each on them. And there was this video rental store inside of a grocery store. So we used to have those. Those were a thing that existed. And we would go there, me and my brother, and we would get the Pokemon VHSs when they came out. And in the grocery store, we would also get these, like, chocolate layer cakes, frozen cakes, from this, particular company that I can't remember the name of. But they were super, super good, and I realize now that they're kind of expensive. But they're really, really good. And we'd get those, and we'd eat cake and watch Pokemon. And then I would also play Pokemon while we were watching Pokemon. And sometimes I would call, I had this friend who also was really big into Pokemon, and I would call him and, like, we would just go over the episodes, because he watched them on TV. He would watch the second one. He got home probably the same time I did. But my point is, if I'm gonna watch something, I'm probably gonna watch it on a streaming site. Honestly, even if I have it on DVD, I'm probably gonna watch it on a streaming site, because it's easier to find it, like, on a streaming site than it is to go through the stacks of DVDs. I'll probably just need to, like, give those away. Yeah, I'm half dead. Party? The cruise ship's party should be over by now. Is that why I didn't see nothing out there? I have to go try to remember what door I came in, because we gotta go all the way back outside to go to the damn Pokemon Center. This is a trek to make. My favorite episode of the TV show that I have seen, because I want to be very clear that I'm like 10 seasons behind. I've not watched it since I was a little kid. Seriously, about 10 years ago was probably the last time I watched it. Because I watch it mostly for, I think I mentioned this before, Team Rocket were my favorite characters. And they started becoming less and less a part of the show as the games moved away from Team Rocket and towards the other antagonists of the games. And plus, I was just getting older, and it's kind of like a little kid show, so I just lost interest in it. Not that I think adults can't watch kid shows. Adults can watch whatever they want, and a lot of shows are written with, like, adult humor and stuff in kid shows that appeal to everyone, stuff that'll go over the kids' heads, but will still be, you know, good for adults. I lost interest. But my favorite episode, when I was watching it, was the episode Holy Matrimony. And I remember the name of it because I watched it so frequently. I had it on a VHS tape, and then again on DVD when it came out, because I had the whole, I think I had the first series and the Orange Islands on my shelf somewhere. I'm not sure where. My friend had Orange Islands before I did, because we watched that to death, the two of us. I had a friend named Travis, and he was real big into Pokemon also. But Holy Matrimony is my favorite episode. I love that episode. I love the episodes that center around Team Rocket. Competing against the young keeps me youthful. And that was one of those episodes that had the adult jokes that just, Gentleman wants to fight. Gentleman sent out Voltorb. That just keeps getting funnier the older you get. And also kind of more sad. Because now you know what kind of weird gym equipment that is. You don't know that when you're, like, in grade school. It's not, 50 Shades of Grey hadn't come out yet. It wasn't common knowledge. God, Jezebel's a bitch. It's never explained why she looks like Jessie, is it? It's never... just kind of not mentioned. It's mentioned in one of the later episodes that I just happened to catch. I was at like a doctor's office or something, and they had it playing on the TV, and I didn't see all of it, but I did see. I didn't even read what he was going to send out, so we're just going to keep going. I don't think they're made of metal yet, so I don't think that they'll burn, but we'll try it. But there was another episode later on, wherein, for some reason, James went back to, like, his parents' house or something, and they weren't there, and there was just, like, a butler there, and, he was like, hey, that's my house, and Jessie was like, well, let's just go in there and, like, rob your parents blind and take their money, and he was like, I don't want to do that, because they might be there, and they're just weird, and they want me to, like, marry that creepy dominatrix chick, and she's really abusive and drugs me and shit. And Jessie's like, well, we're gonna do it. And he's like, no, let's not do that. But then they do it because that's what happens with them. Good fight. I feel young again. Good for you, old man. I don't feel as bad then about beating you. 15 years ago, I would have won. I feel that. I feel exactly what he's talking about. But, to get in, James, I think it's his plan. It doesn't want the, butler to know that it's them, because their plan is to go in and, like, rob them and then just, like, leave. And so, his plan is to dress Jessie up like Jezebel, so that he thinks, like, the butler will think that she's just come to visit. Because apparently James's parents still hang out with her a lot. And they do that, and it works. And I'm like, one, why has he just got that, like, dress on hand? Like, why? Is this, like, a common thing that he does? Pokemon can cut down small bushes. Ah yes, I have seen some Pokemon fairy people across the water. Because, like, he is aware that how much Jessie looks like her. Like, he's... Because this was his plan. Which do you like, a strong or a rare Pokemon? I prefer the strength over rarity. I'm not one of these collectors that gets them just to get them. Gentleman wants to fight. Gentleman sent out Growlithe. All these gentlemen have Growlithe. This must be like a rich people status symbol Pokemon. I sure do wish that would learn just any goddamn thing. That'd be great. Because it's not... I was hoping that it would learn like a psychic move. I feel like maybe Growlithes are like a Pokemon that one could buy for their kids. So a lot of people probably have them as starters. That just seems to be the case. A lot of rich people have them. Let's bring Abra back out and let it try to level up a little bit. If that damn Magikarp would evolve, I'd be better against these fire types. There's no way I've already been playing for almost half an hour. Oh my god. This game is just a time suck. It's crazy. You just get, like, sucked into this world and you're just doing all these battles. You don't realize how much time has passed. Because I always say that I'm going to try to get these videos down to half an hour, but I don't feel like I've done hardly anything. I must salute you. What? Abra is evolving! Thank Jesus, maybe it'll finally learn something. This is as far as I'm going to be able to go with Abra, because I think that it has to be traded to evolve into Alakazam. Abra evolved into Kadabra! Kadabra learned Confusion! Hell yeah! Kadabra is no longer useless! I prefer strong and rare Pokemon. Alright. Get my Pokemon situated. Okay, they're already where they need to be, so that's good. The Abra line really messes with my head, because, like, I never saw you at the party. Yeah, I'm a day late and $1 short. I sent out Jigglypuff. It's a normal type. I don't think psychic moves can hit normal types, can they? I don't want to get bitch slapped, so let's just move on from that. What was I saying before? I've completely forgotten. The ending of that episode, I think, though, I didn't see, like, the main end of it, but I watched to the point where, none of the people in James's life are as stupid as he thinks they are, and that is his downfall. Because he just puts on, like, some kind of costume as well, like a fake mustache or something, and, in true Team Rocket fashion. And the butler is like, okay, I raised that kid, I know who he is, I'm not fucking stupid. And, he's like, I'm just gonna call your parents and tell them that you're here, because they've been looking for you, and you really don't need to be joining gangs and shit anyway, you know, like, that's not good for you. And James is like, you can't tell me what to do, and then they dig, like, a hole and put him in it. As is their want. And then, from the hole, he just calls his parents, like, has a cell phone, and I was like, they have cell phones in Pokemon, because they didn't used to, like, the last time I watched it. And I totally also thought that was a good plan, because I didn't know that he'd have a damn cell phone. And James is, like, freaking the fuck out, like, we need to go, and Jesse and me out there like, well, we'll go in a second, because we're first gonna sit here and eat, because they had, like, a bunch of food. And then we'll, like, rob them and we'll leave, and James is like, no, we need to go, like, right this fucking second, I'm not comfortable being here, we need to leave. But they ignore him, because they just don't listen to him, ever. Like, that's a common theme. They're not great friends. And so, like, Jezebel shows up And it's just like, well, I'm here now, and James is like, we're fucking leaving, because I can't stand that bitch. We're gonna leave before she fucking drugs and rapes me again, as she frequently does while my parents watch, and they're like, yeah, that's fair. Finally. Like, it takes her showing up and threatening him for them to agree to leave. They just don't give a shit. The amount of shits that they don't give is amazing. And for some reason, take it easy. Instead of just, like, walking out the door and leaving, because Jezebel's got, like, a big entourage. Because they're just so fine with, like, oh, I adore your strong Pokemon. But, like, the whole world is just acts like it's normal. Like, this bullshit that James has went through his whole life. They act like it's a completely average thing that happens to people. And he's just sitting there like, I'm super, super traumatized. Someone please help me. We need to leave before this happens to me again. And everybody's like, yeah, you'll be alright. I'm like, they know that how triggering it is for him, and no one gives a single shit. Not his family, not his friends, like, no one. And it's just like, I'm so sorry, honey. Have you gone to the Safari Zone in Fuchsia City? It had many rare kinds of Pokemon. Me and my daddy think the Safari Zone is awesome! James has been through some shit. Jesse's been through some shit, too. They both just, like, had a rough time. The captain looked really sick and pale. I hear many people get seasick. You'd think you'd get over it, though, if you, like, worked on a boat for years. Oh my god, I should have went to a Pokemon Center. I'm not prepared for this. Bonjour, Takocos! Imagine seeing you here! Were you really invited? So how's your Pokedex coming? I already caught 40 kinds, pal! Different kinds are everywhere! Crawl around in grassy areas! You crawl? Like, do you get on your hands and knees and crawl around looking for Pokemon? Gary wants to fight. I wouldn't put it past him. He probably does do that. I might not win this. No, we're in pretty good shape. We're in better shape than I thought. I'll probably be alright. Sometimes you'll run into trainers that are on their hands and knees, so maybe that is a thing that people do. Isn't there a game where you have to crawl to, or like tiptoe or something to sneak up on Pokemon when the grass rustles? One of the newer games. I can't recall, but it seems like that's a thing. Badass Rattata. Yeah, we're gonna go with Butterfree, because this Butterfree is huge on defense for some reason. Take note. This will be the last time you see this Rattata, according to creepypastas. Oh my god. Jesus. Jesus Christ. Hyperfang, man. That'll kill me deader than hell. I'm dead. I'm so dead, yep. Okay. Oddish, you're pretty good. You take it from here. Absorb. Oddish has got nothing but status altering moves. I thought that there was a bed in this boat somewhere that you could sleep on. And I guess that's just not the case. I guess I'm just remembering that wrong. You can live through that. You're fine. You're gonna absorb like 1 HP. It's about to die. So there's this Pokemon theory that when you kill that Rattata there, you kill it dead. Because the next time you see him, he doesn't have it in his party, and also he is at the graveyard mourning the loss of one of his Pokemon. And he no longer has that Rattata. Oh, shit! Shit! Alright. Kadabra, let's see what you can do, baby. You might can do something. This might do damage. I got overconfident. I got the hubris going there. Now, does his Eevee evolve? I can't remember. And if so, what does it evolve into? Because there's a lot of ways you can go with that. No. This Kadabra's doing pretty good. It's holding its own pretty well. No, well, I spoke way too soon on that front. Okay. We've been here before. This is our original fight again. You can do it. Paralyze it. That Eevee looks so goddamn cocky. It just looks like it's got a smirk. Take that. On guard. Wait, is On Guard the name of the Pokemon I was talking about a couple episodes ago? The possessed sword? It might be. I hope that's accurate. Is this doing more or less than Quick Attack? Less. I think. Let's try and see. They're about the same. Let's just get through this battle. We've outgot it, and then we can go heal. I completely forgot he was just gonna, like, fucking jump me in this hallway. I wasn't prepared for that. I was not prepared at all, and I still won, so what's it say about him? Humph. At least you're raising your Pokemon. You can't help but raise them. I heard there was a cut master on board, but he was just a seasick old man. But cut itself is really useful. You should go see him. Smell ya. Bye. We ain't doing shit till we heal. There might be something dangerous down there, I don't know. You're gonna have to go up and... God, this... The, like, blue and orange on the floor is messing with me. Messing with my eyeballs. But there's definitely more to do on this boat. So I'm actually... I think it, like, sets sail after you go talk to that old dude, so we're gonna go up on the upper deck before we do that. Because I don't want to lose that money. Because I looked it up, because I was really wanting a Meowth, and there are no Meowths in Pokemon Yellow. They don't appear in the wild. Just bullshit. That's the reason Pokemon Blue is a great game, is because the Meowths. You just catch one. I thought about using a Game Shark to get a Meowth, and then I was like, that's not cool. That's not fair. And just do like a normal playthrough and try to just do what we can do legally without cheating. There's just nobody that plays you know, a quarter-century old game that I could trade with. I would love to see the Gen 1s remade. I know they were remade on the Game Boy Advance, but I would love to see them remade on the 3DS or the Switch. Because Switch is kind of a portable device as well. Our captain is a sword master. He even teaches cut to Pokemon. Great. Your floors are terrible. Whoever designed your floors are bad. Ahoy there! Are you seasick? Why would you just assume that about me? I'm walking around perfectly fine. Why would I be seasick? Sailor wants to fight. Sailor, sit out Mac Chop. Did he have a tattoo on his arm? Because that's cool. Are fighting types strong? Too psychic? I feel like they might be. No, they are weak. I need to remember that. That went down. We'll keep going. Kadabra is holding its own. We're just gonna keep pushing forward with it. It's doing really good. And it confused it. It's doing really good. Supersonic must fail pretty frequently for Pokemon because they're having a rough time. Down you go. Good job, Kadabra. I'm proud of you. If I can get that damn Magikarp to level up, I'll be doing good. I was just careless. 5'10". How you doing? My paw said there were 100 kinds of Pokemon. I think there are more. There are more. Your paw was incorrect, but he was probably speaking in hyperbole and you misunderstood, if I had to guess. It's probably like, there's at least 100. And you were like, so there's exactly 100? And he was like, no. I do like your bandana, though. If I find another one of these sailors, I'm gonna stop and, like, try to figure out what their tattoo is on their arm. I don't know why I'm talking to you again. I knew you were gonna say the same damn thing. Urgh, I feel ill. I stepped out to get some air. The boat's not even moving. How are these people so seasick? It's just sitting there. I don't get seasick. I go out on lakes and boats and stuff all the time, but I've never had a problem. Or not all the time, but I used to pretty frequently. I don't like to fish, so I just, like, there's no reason for me to go out on a boat. The party's over. The ship will be departing soon. Hey, matey. Let's do a little jig. You don't know what a jig is, sir. This is not a dance. Yeah, he's got some kind of tattoo. Is it an anchor? I think it's an anchor. This, like, upper arm area is huge. Very large upper arm. No, Magikarp, you're still not able to do a whole lot, so we'll go back to Kadabra. Because Kadabra seems to just, like, plow through these fighting types. I'm not sure how good its defense is. We're about to find out. Oh, it is very poor. It is not good at all. But that's alright. It's a glass cannon. You know what? Let's just keep going as long as we can with you, Kadabra. Because you might can take it down in one hit. I don't know. No, you're probably... No, you'll be alright. Because it's going to try to up its defense and that'll do nothing. Yep. Good job, everyone. It's a good fight. It's fun to do. How many kinds of Pokemon do you think there are? 700 and something. You don't even fucking know. You wouldn't think it. But, that's what I have come to learn. Ooh, these fucking ropes. Dude, this guy. Scrubbing decks is hard work. Oh, you're not gonna fight? I was under the impression. Alright. Well, let's go back and heal, and then we'll go down there and help that seasick old dude. And get the HM from him. And then we'll probably end the video, because it's been going on for, like, 45 minutes. It's impossible to make a Pokemon video that's a decent length. I'm sorry. Just pause it and then come back, I guess. Because I looked him up and it said that Let's Plays should only be like half an hour long. But that's not how me and Jean-Luc roll. We're here for the long game. I'm gonna reminisce about our favorite childhood episodes and shit. We're traveling buddies. Me and Jean-Luc gonna sit down with Season 1 and watch, like, just the Team Rocket parts. Somebody should make a YouTube channel that's just the Team Rocket parts, where they go through all the Pokemon episodes and cut out everything that's not Team Rocket related. Because I'd watch that, I'd subscribe. Thank you, your Pokemon are fighting fit. We hope to see you again. Let's save. In case something terrible happens. Wow. He's caught over 40 kinds? How? Where the fuck did he go? Because I've caught almost everything I've encountered and I've only caught 25. I feel like he's lying. I feel like he's full of shit. That's frequently the case. Also, in the show, Team Rocket, not just Jesse and James, but a lot of grunts, were on the SSN. That's not the case here. Or if it is, they're hidden better. Because they were disguised. Even in the TV show, they were disguised. What's over this way? Is there anything over here? I don't think there is, but we didn't go down this way. Yeah, there is. What's over here? Glad that I found this. I didn't even think to go that way. A max potion! Yeah, how you doing? Glad I went this way. My buddy Macchoke is super strong. He has enough strength to move big rocks. That's cool. Oh god, he'd look real mad. My sailor's pride is at stake. Your sailor's pride? Is that a thing? Are sailors a particularly prideful people? That's fine, dude. Horsies are dragons. Are dragons... How do dragon and psychic mesh at this point? I don't remember. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't think that's gonna do a lot. Might. No. If you're already going second, there's no reason to lower your speed. It's not like Final Fantasy VII where it's kind of real time. If I can get a good controller, I might start doing things from like the N64, PS1 era. Because I don't have a good N64 controller right now. I might have a PlayStation controller. I've got like a basket of just random controllers over there. I need to go through that, see what's in it. Well, since we talked about James' fucked up past, let's talk about Jesse's. Because they've been through some shit, man. There's a radio drama that came out in Japan that I would love to see localized, but it's been so long that it's probably not something that's going to happen at this point. About Jesse's mom, who worked for Team Rocket before Giovanni took it over from his mom. It's a mob, so you gotta keep it in the family. It was during the time when the scientists were looking for Mew, because as you know, Team Rocket is, well, spoiler for this 25-year-old game, Team Rocket is looking for Mew. Because Mew is the Pokemon that is believed all other Pokemon evolved from. It's like a proto-Pokemon, which kind of ties into that theory that Pokemons were originally weapons that were, like, designed in a lab. And the theory goes that Mew escaped, and they needed to, like, find it and get it back before its DNA got out into the world and started making these super soldier animals that would kill all the normal animals, and then they failed to do that. But, Jesse's mother was on that exhibition as a Team Rocket agent to find that Mew and bring it back to, the woman, the mob, Mamanuchi person. And, she died on that exhibition, because it was in, like, a mountainous region. And so Jesse, this was when Jesse was really, really little. There was no, like, father in the picture. Her mom was a single mom. And so Jesse kind of, like, went into foster care and grew up, like, an orphan and had, like, this horrible... She was always poor. She was always abused or neglected. And she just stayed in that system until, she was old enough to get out of it. And, so basically... And in the anime, it kind of goes into her life... in a series of flashbacks. Your spirit sank me. She was in a gang, like, before she was in Team Rocket. Did you see the fishing guru in Vermilion City? I gotta go heal. That was a rough battle. But, before she was in Team Rocket, she went to this, academy for rich kids, so I'm assuming that she got in based on merit. Which is difficult for me to believe because she is very stupid. But she didn't pay to get in because she's broke as shit, so that's all I can think. And while there, she was in a gang, the Bridgetown Bike Gang, where she would beat people with a bike chain. So that was her adolescence. And James was apparently in that too, And the only way that I can see that happening is that he met Jessie at school, and she got him involved in gang activity. But that's weird. Their paths don't really mesh unless you do a lot of mental gymnastics, because that episode says that they met at school, but then in Training Days, it says that they met when they both joined the Rocket Gang. So, Team Rocket. I couldn't remember the English version of Team Rocket. What the fuck? Like, it's easier. I hate when you do that, when you forget, like, words that you know. I couldn't remember the word, geography once. And I was talking to a friend of mine, I couldn't remember the word geography, and I said real-world cartography. And she was like, geography? And I was like, yep, I'm a dumbass. like, geography is easier. I just did that with Team Rocket. An episode of Simpsons where Homer forgot the word spoon. He was like, that thing you use to dig food? Or just like, spoon? You know what they say about sailors and fighting. Oh my god. He's only got one Pokemon, so hopefully it'll be alright. Lord. So that was embarrassing, but it is what it is. God, really? But yeah, so there's some, I don't know, continuity error maybe there? Or maybe it was a continuity error, maybe, because it didn't say specifically that that was the first time they had met, it just heavily implied it. It could be they had had some kind of falling out, like maybe when Jessie went to, like, nursing school. Rather than, you know, staying with him, and he got mad about it or something, I don't know, but you can kind of, work it out in your mind, but it seems more like they forgot that they had already said that they went to school together. So I'm more inclined to believe that it's a plot hole than it is an intentional thing. Right, good fight, mate. Though if they had, I want to be a sailor, mate? No, I want to be in Team Rocket, and I'm still mad about it! I'm still mad about that goddamn bridge grunt! But if they had, gotten into, like, some kind of giant fight and had a falling out, that would make sense as to why they were so, antagonistic to each other, because they were real pissed, like, to have just met somebody. I like feisty kids like you. I should not have walked into this room without an adult. Don't like hearing that. I'm on edge. Inappropriate. Danger zone! I'm trying to think of more, like, Team Rocket episodes I like. That one where, I don't remember what else was happening, but James got to where he was designing these, like, pins. There was some kind of festival, and he was designing these, like, you know, like, punk rock pins that you would put on, like, a denim jacket, with different, like, Pokemon designs on them and stuff. And he was selling them, and he was making really good money. Like, people really liked him, and he was being, like, being celebrated as this local artist that had a lot of talent. And he got to the point where he couldn't make them himself because he was using like a press thing, and he ordered them from a printer, trying to just get like enough for his booth at the festival. And then the printer, the only reason that his like art business fell apart was because the printer screwed him and his shipment was late. And because his shipment was late, he didn't have enough pins to sell, and people were getting, like, real pissed about it and being like, oh, you're doing, like, a false scarcity thing, and he was like, no, I just got screwed by my printer. And again, no one ever believes him or listens to him when he speaks. So he wound up not being able to, like, cover the table money, and they were broke again by the end of the episode. That was a pretty good episode, because it showed that if you would just, like, if life didn't fuck him over so frequently, he'd be alright. Like, Team Rocket is, like, more relatable than, Ash and his friends, because shit like that happens to them. They taught a generation of people that you can try as hard as you possibly can, and you will still get in debt to the mob, and you will still just have your life fall apart around you, and sometimes even your best friends won't understand you and the shit you're going through, and, like, that does not just happen to James. Like, that happens to Jessie too. Like, I mentioned before that she grew up broke as shit in a series of foster homes, and there was an episode where there's this holiday, called Kids Day, and they're talking about it, and James is like, oh yeah, I love that holiday, because you'd, like, you know, you'd come home from school, and your servants would feed you ice cream sandwiches while you sat in your Olympic-sized swimming pool and soaked in the sun, and shit like that, and Jessie slapped the shit out of him with, like, a paper fan. That was her response to that, because she was like, no, that's not how that normally happens, you asshole. Arrgh, lost it. Sea Pokemon live in deep water. You'll need a rod. Everything you say disturbs me. Everything. I'm getting the hell out of that room and I'm never going back. Something else about Team Rocket. When I was little, and kind of still, even though I know it's more complicated now, I always thought they were a couple, because I had the comic books. I read the comics, and in the comics, they are, like, there's no question about it. They're a couple. They have a child, and they have, like, a life together. In the last issue of the comic, they actually quit Team Rocket, and I guess James's parents probably pay him off, is what I thought happened, because he gets Jessie pregnant, and their whole thing was that they wanted him to, like, produce an heir for their estate, and I feel like, especially his dad, maybe not his mom, I don't know that his mom would ever accept Jessie, but his dad probably would. He seems cooler than the mom. I mean, he was the one that would build, like, toys and shit for James, so he did actually kind of at least care about him a little bit. Because James talks about hanging out with his dad when he was little. He never talks about hanging out with his mom. But, so I watched the TV show under the impression that they were a couple, and a lot of other people did too. But that's not necessarily true. That's a creepy guy. So, in the comments, I guess, you guys tell me how you interpreted that relationship. Us sailors have Pokemon too! Yeah, that's... okay. I am aware. Do I have anyone that's level 17? I didn't even check. No. But I do have Butterfree down there. I need to move Butterfree up here in a minute. Let's see. The reason I keep talking about the TV show is because this game is supposed to be based on the TV show. I'm trying to think of other good episodes. Let's try Butterfree and see how it does. It can't do no worse than anybody else. Even the cat, like even Meowth went through some shit. The episode where it talks about his backstory and, his life prior to coming into Team Rocket. All Meowth really wanted was for Giovanni to love him. Like, he wanted to be a pet. He didn't really want to be, like, a gangster. He wanted to be, like, Persian in the sense that he wanted to be a house cat that just sat around and did cat things. Didn't want to steal. He would have, like, weird fantasies about it. And his whole backstory is kind of disturbing in what it says about Pokemon intelligence. And also the Abra line does that too. In terms of how intelligent and how sentient Pokemon are. Because Meowth is there's nothing special about him. He's a normal Meowth. He's just like a cat. And, oh, Staryu. I'm not risking it. And there was, a cat that he was in love with, and he wanted her to love him back. And she just wanted, similar to him, she was very materialistic, and she just wanted, like, cool stuff. She wanted, like, diamond-setting collars and stuff. And she didn't want to, like, anything to do with a street cat, an alley cat, which is what he was. And she told him that. She flat out told him that to his face. She was like, you know, go away. Okay, you're not all bad. Or you're not bad. And he misinterpreted that, because what she said to him was that she wanted, you know, to hang out with humans and not be in his gang because they would buy her stuff and provide a good life for her. And what he heard was, I should become more human. Oh, that's the one where you fall asleep and regain HP, but I'm not gonna put a Pokemon to sleep for no reason. And so he taught himself how to speak Japanese so that she would love him. And that didn't make him any money, so she didn't love him, and she was like, what the fuck is that? That's crazy. That's weird. And he didn't get the girl. So that's Meowth's tragic backstory, and also why he can talk. But that, if a normal Meowth that is an alley cat, because he was an alley cat before that, he wasn't, like, even trained, lived on the streets. If a normal cat can teach itself how to speak a human language, and is smart enough to do that, it seems to me that it's unethical to take a creature like that and force it to fight other creatures to the death. That's a big ethics problem anyway in Pokemon. I've heard a lot of people, actually when it first came out, there were groups that wanted it banned because it was too similar to, like, cockfighting, and there was a lot of animal cruelty connotations that went with it. But it gets even more, you know, fucked up when you think about the fact that the Pokemon are that sentient and that intelligent. And Alakazams in particular, if you read the Pokedex entry for them, the average Alakazam is actually more intelligent than the average human. So, I don't know, think on that. That's not great. In addition, some Pokemon, we caught all our Pokemon while out at sea. Let's do it! Hello, stranger, stop and chat. All my Pokemon are from the sea. This is not chatting. This is battling. Fisherman wants to fight. Fisherman sent out Tentacool. But what I was saying before, in addition, some Pokemon are human souls trapped in inanimate objects. One of my favorite Pokemon that I was talking about before is a haunted sword that is haunted by a human soul. There's one that is a mask that is haunted by a human soul. Are those really things that you should be forcing to fight animals? Like, just know that that's a thing in the Pokemon universe that is considered self-explanatory and common. Like, I don't know if Poison Powder will do anything because it's also a poison type, but we'll try it and see what happens. No, it didn't do none. That's not effective at all. That's pointless. Go back up to Jean-Luc, see what he can do. I'm gonna have to end this video soon because I'm gonna have to go pee. I'm dying. I drank that coffee. Coffee is not the best beverage for for making longer videos. I'm gonna apparently have to just start, like, eating cough drops too, because these candies are not pulling their weight. Oh my god. How is it hurting me so bad? I'm levels higher than it, and a better, I'm planting its water. I'm having a rough time. The comics, there's a lot of them, and I had, like, I think all of them that came out when I was a child, but I might be wrong. But my favorite was the Electric Tale of Pikachu series, because it more closely mirrored the TV show. And the TV show kind of saturated everything in the 90s. But there were others. There was just, like, Pokemon Adventures. There was one... There were some that did not follow Ash and Pikachu. They followed, like, this guy and his Clefairy. It was pretty good. Something else I liked about the comics was that in the comics, the Pokemon fights, were more realistic. And I liked that. There was better anatomy and stuff. The Pokemon looked more kind of like I saw them in my head. Because, when you're playing the game and everything is all pixelated, in my head, based on, like, the story that we're given, I kind of saw them more as real animals. Because back in the day, we were used to using our imaginations when you played video games, because the art... They were limited by the system. And so and especially, like, the box art would be completely different from the in-game art. And so you just kind of got in your head that that's how you were supposed to experience video games. You weren't supposed to just look at them and then that was what you would see in your head. And so the comics, the art style of the comics was more close to what I was imagining. Oh, yeah, Slam will be good. Let's see. Yes. Which move should be... No! No! What did I pick? Oh, shit! Fuck! No! Why would you hit an A? Oh my god! No! That's terrible! Oh, fuck! Fuck! No! No shit! When was the last time I saved, y'all? Fuck! Shit! Fuck! Motherfuck! God damn it! Jiminy fuckface! Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I am going to restart from my last save point, because I was Kapoor-Gaboring that, okay? I was hitting A. I thought I would see it in time. I'm old and my reflexes were not good enough. I'm having a goddamn panic attack. My little heart's beating so fast. I done fucked up. So, I've been playing for like an hour anyway. We're gonna end the video on that note. And I'm gonna restart from my last save point when I get back. So, holy fuckberries. I am Takocos. I just tried to fuck over Jean-Luc Pikachu. This is Pokemon Yellow. I will see you guys next time. You have a great night. Do better than I did. Bye-bye.